Hi everyone, I think we're live. I just needed to double check here. Okay, there we are. Lovely. Yeah. Yes. Great. So, welcome, welcome to our new moon solar eclipse, new Chinese New Year of the Fire Horse meditation today. Um, Right. Before we do that, I wanted to tell you, first of all, thank you so much for all the new wonderful goddesses, the women who have joined this group lately. We've got quite a lot. So, um, thank you for joining us in this space and a very warm welcome from the bottom of my heart. I also wanted to say, please. This is a sacred, safe container, and I like to keep it that way. So we're all about supporting each other and being, whatever is in the group stays in the group, of course. I shouldn't have to say that, but it's always good to do to remind people. And on top of that, I wanted to say, because it's now the Chinese New Year of the Fire Horse, I'm going to read something first from my website. I've got the Divine Library on there, and there's also a section about power animals, and I've written a page on horses, so you can have a look at that later. I'm just gonna show you a nice little card from, because it's just beautiful there. Or spirit freedom is yours. That is from the Spirit Animal Oracle by Colette Aaron Reed. There you go. So just in case you're interested in that, it's got beautiful artwork, and that's why I just chose to show you this beautiful picture of the horse spirit. And I won't be using the guidance book here. I'm gonna be using a bit of my website. So let's start with the keywords. So horses are all about freedom, passion for life, strong emotions, and the balance between your instincts and the tamed part of your personality and sexual energy, especially the male part. Okay, so it's about the masculine sexual energy. And that is, we're talking energy here. It's not about physical or physical sex or gender associations. Okay. So horse is one of the few animals that convey like pride and royalty, beauty, nobility of spirit in such a positive way, which is usually common in predators, like apex predators, but here we have actually a prey animal. It's not at the bottom of the list, of course, but because it's quite big, but nevertheless, fight or flight, the horse usually chooses flight over fight unless it has to fight, and then it'll be biting and kicking with the hooves, which can hurt a lot. I've been kicked by a horse in the head once, and luckily, nothing happened to my brain. I just had a huge big egg on my forehead. Um, and the swelling went down and everything was okay again, so I'm still here in one piece. um, yeah, so horse has the ability to set your imagination wild by steering your heart instinctively and deeply. and it gives you power and stamina to move towards the fulfillment of your goals and actively pursue your dreams and passions. Okay, so horse is all about forward movement, about travel, but it also stands as um, a messenger from the underworld. Okay, and we have horse goddesses like Epona or Rhiannon that are closely linked to horses. And so, yeah, it's like a guardian of the goddess. It's also about fertility and dreams and, conveying messages through dreams. But we're going to take it today a bit more about the forward movement and everything. So we're going to go in that direction because as a fire horse, fire is all about energy and passion and movement and spark and drive, that sort of thing. So that would go really well together. Also, we have a new moon in Aquarius, and I've written a post about that. You might want to look that up. It's one down from this one, I think. I've posted it last night. So, yeah, you can find a happy Tuesday, pretty lady. Same to you, Patty. So glad you're here as always. So good to have you here. And yeah, so also the horse as a wild animal is freedom loving, so is Aquarius. Aquarius is all about freedom and seeing the bigger picture and being like having a larger objectivity. It's about futuristic, what is good for the common uh, you know, what is positive for the common good? Do we need to make any changes in, societal structure, technology, whatever, so they're more concerned. Aquarius is more concerned with the collective rather than the individual on that scale. Okay. So there's going to be a lot of shifts, and also because it's a solar eclipse, which means the moon travels in front of the sun. And then, you can't see the sun depending on wherever you stand. It's like there's just like a firing around a black middle. I think it's on the South Pole. You can see it properly, but anyway, it's going to be 1 o'clock here in Germany, daytime, so which is round about now. Yeah. Um, Wherever you are, you might be able to see that at the moment. It traveling past takes about 4.5 hours. So, if you have a dark sky with the moon, where if you're in those parts of the world, you might be able to see that right now. So then we have okay, I've said that about the fight and flight. This is also why the horses have their eyes on the side of the head. So they've got like 180 degrees radius on both sides. And that enables them to see danger behind them while fleeing from it also, So that means having hindsight is like seeing the truth. Okay. So we can learn from the past and move forward to a better, unendangered future, basically. So this animal can cover vast distances. It heralds long journeys that you need to prepare yourself for. In this case, of course, if you work on an individual basis, this is going to be, if you draw a horse card or, you have some sort of connection during that, like during a meditation or something with a horse that can tell you, I'm going to go on holiday to far off lands. In the collective, it's more in a spiritual way that we are moving forward as a global society, and that is going to go along with a lot of passion. It already does, of course, if we look at what's happening around the world. Um, we have people abusing their power in the worst possible way, in the most horrific way. We have people on the streets en masse protesting, and so it's like it's about breaking down old structures to create something new, something better. You can also do that for yourself because this new moon is really, and the solar eclipse, it takes about 6 months that you can still feel that energy and it's still working on you. So now is the perfect time to start something new, something different, and make changes and let go of old stuff that doesn't serve you any longer. Okay. You could go on a shamanic journey, get an energetic upgrade of some kind, do a course that stretches over a longer period of time. And you want to make sure when you do that to set your environment accordingly. All right. Mm. So with all healing and upgrading and things, you need to make sure you eat clean, stay hydrated, make sure you have enough nutrients because that supports your body in keeping up with your spiritual development. Otherwise, you might have like a healing crisis, as it's often called, which is you get sick. You might get a flu or something and have to stay in bed and rest and things, So you want to support your body in this time and be extra vigilant about what you take in and allow yourself some rest when you need it as well. Okay, so don't turn into a workaholic or something who never sleeps. So, make sure you've got that balance. All right. So, yeah, but that horse spirit will also lend you the courage to jump over obstacles and hurdles that stand in your way, and you will know them. You will now see them for what they are. And that can be really uncomfortable if you know about tarot, a tower or a death moment or change in your life, which is something that is very drastic, very sudden. It can happen that way. It doesn't have to, but it's possible in some cases. You might want to look at your birth chart as well and see what you've got in Aquarius. I've got Mars in Aquarius, so that is the warrior spirit driving me on for the greater good, basically. So, yeah, that for example. So, um, but you will also now know when illusions are stripped away, you can see the truth, and that will also tell you and give you that deep inner knowing that you can handle that shit. Okay, you're strong enough, you can do it, you can move through that, and it's so worth it. All right. So it's all about freedom. It's about inner freedom, stripping away, you know, belief systems in your mind, stripping away wounds of the heart and healing those, and allowing you to move forward in a greater, more authentic version of yourself. Yeah? So that is expressing yourself freely, moving forward in your own development, and with that, creating that ripple effect that happens, when you raise your vibration, when you step more in your own power, in your own authenticity, that will have an effect on the people around you. That might also mean that some people might get triggered who can't deal with that yet. But if somebody falls away from your life, um, then you've created room for people who are more aligned. Okay. So yeah, it might be painful in the moment, or it might feel like a huge relief. It can go either way or somewhere between that, depending on the case, of course, your individual circumstances. But that is really, see and embrace changes as a good thing, even though they make you scared, fearful, trigger you in sometimes. Take a deep breath, be still, sit with yourself. Tell your nervous system to calm down by breathing techniques, that will sustain that and give your nervous system the message you are safe. And once you feel calm, again, you can move forward from there on. So, so rather than like battling against it, just take some time to recalibrate and then move forward again. Okay. So you want to keep that passion and that forward drive under control to the point where you can give yourself the reassurance and that feeling of safety that you need, and that rest and respite that you need in between those. Even when you travel a long journey by horse, you have to get off sometimes, water the horse, have something to eat, go to the toilet, sleep, rest, and then get back on and move forward. Okay. So if you just gallop until the horse falls down, falls dead, you're not going to get very far, are you? So bear that in mind, please. And and because also the horse is a very caring and social animal. They live in herds, as you probably know, and they look out for each other. So a mare has the lead of the social structure. There's a lead mare, and then you have that stallion that is the protector or guardian, right? So the horse will inspire you also to have the right words to say to someone when needed to make them feel better, comforted and cared for. So the horse also tells you that no one can take away your freedom from you unless you allow it. So that is sometimes a hard truth to face. And please do that with compassion for yourself and not judgment and condemnation. We're all doing the best that we can with what we have at any given moment. And now you might have insights that you didn't have before, but that doesn't mean you failed in some way before, because at that time you didn't know any better. Or circumstances might have been such that you weren't able to do anything but what you did. Okay, so please be loving, compassionate, and extra caring with yourself first. So, having said that, let's move into the meditation. So I want you to close your eyes, lean back, and just be comfortable wherever you lie or sit. Feel your feet on the ground, being connected. Your body where it touches your seat and your butt, legs. Just feel into your body. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. And as you breathe in light. And as you breathe out, you let go of tension. And you can also, when you breathe out that tension, you can make an audible sound like because that pushes more of tension out of your body. Yeah. So nobody can hear you here. You don't have to be embarrassed. Just relax, breathe in. Breathe in the light, the love, the bliss, and breathe out. And again, breathe in and out. Okay. And as you breathe, you let go of your thoughts. Let them just pass. Don't hold on to them. Know you're safe. You're in a safe space. Nothing can harm you. And you are relaxed, feeling loved, feeling safe. And then I want you to imagine that you're standing on a great plain. It goes on as far as the eyes can see. It's nighttime, but there are so many stars in the sky. It's a clear sky. And for a moment, you just look around and up and just enjoy the view. And it's so peaceful. And you feel like you're part of the entire universe. And as you slowly turn, suddenly there is a horse the color of a fox standing there, grazing, absolutely calm in your presence. And it's such a beautiful horse. So you think, maybe I can pet it. You take a careful, slow step so as not to alarm it towards it. And the horse slowly raises its head, looking at you. The ears are forward, so it's curious, not angry or frightened at all. And you are looking into the horse's eyes. The horse looks at you, and you feel this instant connection all of a sudden. It's like your hearts beat at one. You feel the horse inside of you, what it feels. And it's warm and loving and safe. And the horse takes a few steps towards you, slowly and relaxed. And you raise your hand, and it puts its snout into your hand. And it feels so soft, like velvet. And then it rubs its forehead against your hand. And it takes a few more steps to your side. So you're now standing right beside the horse. And you know it wants you to grab the mane, jump on its back, because it wants to show you something. So you do. And you think, how am I going to get up there? It's quite high. It's a big horse. But the horse turns its head and just snubs a little to encourage you. And you jump, and it's like you're weightless as you jump up there. It's so easy. And you open your legs and you sit down, you come down on the back, and you hold on to the mane. The horse looks around again to see if you're ready. And you tell it you are. And you press your legs into its flanks so you've got a firm seat. And then the horse starts to walk. And then it gets faster. It starts trotting. And it feels like a lot of fun. You're absolutely safe, you know, you're not going to fall, even if you've never sat on a horse before. This horse is just magical, and you feel like you are one with it. So it starts galloping, and you lean forward towards the neck, holding onto the mane. And as it gallops faster and faster, the wind blows in your hair. And it feels so free. And there's all this wide plain in front of you. There's nothing to stop you. And you're just galloping and galloping. And you feel like you're leaving everything behind. All your worries, your fears, the things that kept you stuck. But then right in front, you see there's some kind of obstacle. And the horse is galloping right towards it. And you get sad because you think it has to stop at the obstacle. But it keeps going. And with your telepathic connection, it tells you, hold on. And then you lift into the air, you jump over that obstacle, that hurdle. And as you look down, and while you're above it in the air, you see that those are things that you keep holding on to and that you thought were insurmountable. Problems that you thought you'd never get a solution for. Beliefs that keep you stuck. And you're clearing it, you're flying right over it. And the landing is so smooth. And you are so happy that you just go, woohoo! And you shout your joy into the night under the stars as you fly across the plain with your horse. And it's just so beautiful. And you keep galloping and galloping. And there's another hurdle. And again, the horse clears it, and you can see more things, people and circumstances and beliefs that keep you stuck. And you clear them, you leave them behind. And now you already know what's happening, so you're not scared that you're going to fall or surprised. You are just totally sure that you can leave it all behind. You keep galloping and galloping, and there's another hurdle. And again, you clear it, and more of the old you, which isn't you truly, is left behind. And with every hurdle that you clear, you feel freer and lighter and more yourself. And your heart beats in your chest with relief, with joy, with happiness, with bliss. And you love feeling the way you feel because you can be completely yourself. You are free, free to be who you want to be, free to be you, the real you. And no one can take that away from you any longer. And then, after a while of galloping, and there's no more hurdles coming, the horse finally slows down. First a trot, then it just walks. And then you see a bonfire, a huge bonfire right in front of you. So you walk towards it on your horse. And when you come close enough, not too close so you feel too hot, just a perfect distance to be warm, you get off the horse when it stops. And you pat his neck, you rub its forehead, and you say, "Thank you so much for this wonderful, liberating ride. It was the most beautiful, most powerful experience I've ever had." And the horse rubs its forehead against your shoulder, just hard enough to show you how much affection, how much love, and how much devotion there is between you. As if to say, "You're welcome. It was my pleasure." So then you're both standing there looking at the huge bonfire that rises up high into the sky, and the sparks are flying even higher from it. And as you follow the sparks up with your eyes, you see a gazillion stars in the sky shining down on you. And you know you're one with the universe. You are powerful. And now the things, the people, the circumstances, the beliefs that have kept you stuck and held you back are no longer with you. You left them behind and you're free. And you feel the energy of the fire before you warming you, seeping inside your body into every cell and invigorating you with a life force you thought you never had. You never felt like this before. It is absolutely powerful. It's beautiful. And you feel so strong, like you can take on the world. And you can find your new path as the new you, as the true you now. And you stand by the fire with your horse that is grazing just behind you. And you see how it slowly gets smaller. It burns off bit by bit. You watch the flames dancing, licking at the wood. And you let this warmth, this energy fill you, and you embrace it because it's part of you now. And when it's burned to the ground, you know it's time to come back. It's time to take that freedom, that beautiful, passionate, invigorating energy with you. And now you can move forward without being held back. And when any kind of hurdles, obstacles come, inner or outer, you know, you can deal with that. You can overcome anything. And with that feeling, you're now returning to mundane consciousness, our reality here. You start to feel your body again, your feet on the ground, your butt on the seat, your back against the backrest. You start to wiggle your toes and your fingers. And then in your own time, open your eyes. Welcome back. So I hope you really enjoyed this. This is a powerful meditation, of course. At the same time, I also want to tell you this is a taster of what is possible when you're working one-to-one with me, and I can work with you individually. Okay? So imagine how powerful that is going to be. Also, I wanted to say that we are going to work with goddess archetypes. I'm going to do a free event here in March, and I'm going to talk to you about how to work with goddess archetypes, give you a taster of what that all is like, and explain a few things to you. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed that, and you're going to stay with me so you can study along here. It's completely free here in the group, and you know, make use of all the tools that I'm presenting here. You can hone your intuition, work it. It's a great exercise to do that card pick that we have on Mondays, and the reveal is on Wednesdays. So there's lots more things that are coming. And also, if you need some accountability to move forward with your goals, we have Monday post, and on Fridays we're gonna celebrate our wins. And you can also share what you do, include links, and present any special offers that you have. So I hope you can make connections, friendships here also, and we all support each other and celebrate with each other and hold space for each other. Okay? So I'm so happy you enjoyed that. You're so welcome, Patty. Thank you. And I'll see you later. So much love. Mwah. Bye. And where are we?